eventually, those are my two things in life. Those are my favorite. If I had to go down the order before my daughter Mercy, it was cocaine, comedy, very tight, and then getting my dick sucked on cocaine was my third hobby. Everything else didn't matter. I don't know what you're talking about. The Jets, back then I wouldn't even put football on. I'm in a hotel room. I'm living in hotel rooms across the country. I don't have time to watch football, but that was my life. It was cocaine, stand-up, and it was tight, but not as, I loved cocaine a little bit more than doing comedy.
Right.
But then the love for doing comedy beat that shit. So it was like a war the whole time. And then since I can't do coke no more, I couldn't go to these towns and pick up crazy chicks at a comedy club and 69 with them and put coke rocks in their asshole and lick it, you know. So everything I loved died, except for comedy prevailed.
Thank God. If anything's going to stick around out of those three.
What?
If anyone was going to stick around out of those three, thank God you chose comedy.
They didn't choose it. It chose me.
That's fucked up. Yeah. What do you mean by that?
And before it was and listen, there was a time it was cocaine, getting my dick sucked, and robbing people. That was my all-time favorite, was seeing people's faces when they were like, fuck with me, and like a week later, something was missing from their house. And I could go over there and go, what happened? Oh, somebody came in. Come on. And it was me the whole time. I'm fucking dying of laughter.
The all-time favorite was robbing people.
Oh, loved it. Ask George. God, he's my witness. Loved it. I had to wake up every day and rob something from somebody. So some days it was small. Some days it was a wallet with 30 in it. But some days I could bump into 1,000. I used to do, bro, when I lived in George in 85, I put a suit on every morning. And I just walked from building to building. Just open office door. Hey, how you doing? Is Nick here? Nick don't work. You know how many times I opened those office doors and there was a purse and nobody in there? They went to the bathroom, left their purse or deposit bag or the deposit bag for the business. That's all I would do. I would just go from building to building. Dental offices. How you doing? Nah, I was thinking of getting my soldier. Let me talk to the dentist right away. I got my head over the fucking desk. And I was just going to pick up one envelope to rob something bigger. So my day always had to start with like a small tab and then en route, then I would eat something and then I would be more, you know what I'm saying? More precise. But that's what I used to do from like 84 to like, and then in San Francisco I was doing it. I was just getting dressed up in the morning with a suit on. They don't expect the guy with a suit on.
They don't expect to get robbed.
They don't expect to get robbed. They don't expect to get robbed by a guy who's neat, nice suit, iron shirt in his hair, and he slept the night before.
What do you think? Like, were you looking fucked up if you didn't have the suit on? No? You didn't look?
I'd walk in and be very charming. Hi, I was looking for Nick Ascles. We don't have a Nick here. Let me look, let me look in the back. Yeah, you do that. Why would you look in the back if there's no Nick here?
It's amazing way you can convince people.
I rob Kentucky Fried Chickens. I rob one of those cookie places.
How do you rob a
The Kentucky Fried Chicken in Fort Lee by the fucking movie theaters when we were kids. I went to see Rocky there. Yeah, it's still there.
But you're not talking about with like a gun.
No. They were a stupid kid. Hey, I'm looking for a job. Oh, the manager's not here, but come in the back with me and I'll give you an application. When you go in the back, the safe is open with the fucking registers lined up, ready to take them out because you're there at 9 o'clock like a soldier. You're looking for a job.
Fuck. Do you think you were addicted to robbing people?
Loved it. Make my heart beat. My ears would go numb. Especially if I had to kick a window and go into your house. Oh, I loved all that shit. Kicking a window out or a door and just flying in there like a superhero.
No wonder you're bored now.
Yeah.
But what are you?
Yeah. Super fucking bored.
Oh my God.
I've been bored since 2007. Once I stopped snorting coke, life just got boring. I lived the schmuck life like everybody else, like Henry Hill in Washington.
But I get coke And I get pussy.
But the
But
excitement,
robbing people.
it all was together. It all worked hand in hand. It all worked hand in hand. I was robbing drug dealers, and I wasn't robbing your grandmother.
No, I'm not. Yeah.
And I was robbing businesses which didn't come out of you.
Listen, this is a safe space. There's no judgment here. I'm more talking about like the anxiety I would have of, are they going to catch me? Are they going to come back into the cops going to get me?
You don't know what it's like
No.
to rob something, stop and get weed, get into a hotel room because you're living like a doctor. You just made $2,000. You're in the city, you know, only there for one night. You're like, Mr. Diaz here. You know, you got no money. You got $1,800. You robbed the gas station.
Dude.
But just that night alone, after I showered and I got dinner and I got real high, think how I felt.
Good.
But I liked that feeling. I enjoyed that feeling of being paranoid. Did I miss a spot? Did I leave my fingerprints? Did I leave fingerprints on the window? Did somebody see me? It was 2 or 3 nights of that.
That sounds like, but you said you do it every day. So it's like just every day you're more anxious.
If I rob something big. Like when I leave here at night, I got to go on Tunley Avenue to hit whatever and make a left by Dairy Queen, by Old Chance. There's an appliance store on the corner there. I remember one day I was delivering for them. A buddy of mine had the job and he needed a helper for the day. I was just there for the day. I go in with him. We eat at the fucking diner, whatever that is, the Yankee Diner, Yankee Tower. We go to some place. I think I filled them in like 3 times. All 3 times I robbed something major. So one time we went to drop like a refrigerator off at another appliance store, and they had their deposit bag out. And I think I got them for like 3 G's.
Damn.
Bunch of checks, but 3 G's in cash. We got back to the furniture store. They're like, guys, did you happen to rob? And we're like, no.
Did you by chance?
And I'm with Mike Ronnie. He'd always take the blame for me. So he go, no, I didn't. And then when we were alone, did you really rob him, Joey? No, I wouldn't tell him anything until we got home that night. And then that night I go, you going out tonight? Here's $400. You robbed them, you bad motherfucker. I knew you robbed them. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Another time I went in there, we went to pick up something at a place. They left 30 air conditioners out. I go, Mike, I'm not leaving without 5 of them. He's like, I'm going to lose my job. Mike, I'm taking 5 of them. All right, you better take the fucking blame. I'm not taking the blame for you. Don't. He was talking, and I kept loading air conditioners in there. They were like those portable air conditioners. I put about 20 in there. Everybody on Kennedy Boulevard bought one of those air conditioners. The number 1 guy, Nick bought 2 of them. $100 a piece. We didn't even take them home to unlock them. We just drove them right to fucking Kennedy Boulevard. Hashway bought one. Somebody at the store bought one for their fucking office. Before that night, air conditioners were gone. The ones you plug in and just slip into a window real easy. It was even a light one. How do you think I was loading them by myself?
Dude, I can't fathom how and doing coke, which I've heard makes you nervous. Like it's not like a.
But when I was robbing, I wasn't doing coke. I was always on the up and up because I wanted to be in the game.
But what about like the next day or that night?
Well, that night I get coked up, but I'm not robbing nobody. I'm getting coked up.
Yeah, but that's when you're nervous. It's after the.
Yeah, but once you start talking to somebody at the bar and they got your back, and it's easy. And then the next day you wake up, you're hungover, so you're not going to steal that day. But you're not going to steal until that money starts running low.
But that's what I.
And once you get down to it, remember in Goodfellas when he goes, we robbed, and when that money ran out, we robbed. We robbed. And that's the level you're working at. Every once in a while I go, I can't keep doing this. I'll get a job. And then I get a job and in training, I just go, I'm not doing this for $8 an hour. And sure enough, there was always a deposit bag somewhere. So I took that to go. They didn't even have my real name. I used all those, what was that? There was a chain in Fort Lee and Cliffside, like it's the same restaurant. And I applied there for a sous chef. And the guy's like, no. We're going to make you a chef. I went there for like 3 days. They had me cutting shit. And on the way out one day, there it was. The register was right there for Papa. I just cleaned them out and left. Am I embarrassed? There was no cameras back then. No, Lee, not even a fucking itch of a fucking camera. So they couldn't call. I remember going in San Francisco. I went to the American Bartender School in New York. And I got to San Francisco, I can't find a job. And one day I go, fuck it. I looked into the yellow page, there's an American Bartender School, and it's right in downtown San Francisco, maybe a mile from where I live. I was flat broke. I walked over there. And I went upstairs like an animal with a shirt and a suit. And I'm like, I've been here for 3 months, and you guys haven't got me a job, bro. By the time I got back to the hotel gave me slips. Like, you got like 3 interviews. One, I'll never forget this. One was for a Mexican bar, guys, that was the size of this fucking block.
Damn.
In 1985. I could not get a job. I walk in, I ask for Chucho, whatever his name is. I still remember his name. He gives me the application. I fill it out. Guy comes up to me and he goes, listen, I'm not looking for bartenders right now. You know? He goes, where'd you work before? And I had all these fake New York City, Corkies. Anybody I knew, I would just put them down. But when he lifted the application up, he looked at something. And he goes, can you give me a minute? And I go, yeah. And he goes, just sit over there. You want water or anything? I go, yeah, I'll take a water. Guy comes back and he goes, that's the weirdest thing. I've been in this country for 30 years, and I've never met somebody who's got my name. And I go, what's your name? He goes, Jose Diaz. And he goes, I'm Cuban. You Cuban? He goes, yeah. I go, wow. I'm from North Bergen. I'm from West New York. Oh, shit. We started talking about it. He goes, bro, I'll hire you in a drop of a hat, but I ain't got nothing for you right now. But I got a restaurant on the other side of town. They're going to hire you today. Let me call them. And he called them, and he goes, you're hired. They're giving you 2 bartender shifts and 2 doorman shifts. And it was at the Haight-Ashbury Rockin' Robin, fucking legendary place. I just lucked out.
Crazy.
I got fired from there, too, after about 2 months and shit. I hit the guy with the cassette deck. But fucking that same day, I went and got that job, but I still had an interview the next day at this Italian fancy restaurant in North San Francisco. It was like at 9 in the morning. I told you. And I went in there with a suit. And I'm like, Nick, George, Nick. And then I found myself in the office. Nick, fucking the doors were wide open, the office, and the safe was wide open. Dog, I proceeded to start taking cash. And I'm in Hudson County. That motherfucker left rolls of quarters and shit. Everything was going. When I walked out, my suit was twisted. I had to take quarters out from this side to balance it. Kathy King is like looking at me. She's like, what's going on? I go, just keep moving. We robbed the joint. And she goes, no way. We just got on the bus. There was a bus coming. I go, get on the bus. We just got on the bus. And I remember sitting in the back taking money. I was like $2,000, but to me, that was $1 million.
Right.
And I'll never forget that. We took it all out. She's counting it. We're like in a side seat. We're counting it. And I put it away, and some kid comes up and he goes, oh, look, I found a $20 bill. I wanted to kill that kid. That was my 20. That was my fucking 20. But I couldn't prove it. I didn't want to cause a fucking fight. I just robbed the guy. But I used to do, that was the luck I had. It was a thief's luck. And it's a low-life luck. But I had it. Something was always letting me bump into something.
I'd love to tell you that I wouldn't. I can't imagine. I would love to do it.
The fucking robbing pussy juice.
What?
When you have a rash infection, a yeast infection in Harlem,
Monostat or
all
something?
those Puerto Rican girls get those yeast infections. You rob Monostat 7. So every morning I wake up and I go to Safeway and I'd open up like a fucking case of Monostat and I just walk out of there. Walk the bridge with no money. Walk the bridge, no money, and there was no breakfast. There was no sitting down at the Fort Lee diner like a white dude. Straight up fucking stomach. And all these people want to fast. I fast, yeah. When you're a thief, you fast. All right? You fast.
Were you in a suit for this too?
Yeah. I was like, because I was looking for a car job. But that was part of my scam. For me to go look for a job, I had to rob somebody. To have the money, get on buses and shit. So George turned me on to Monostat 7 and aspirin or something. They liked Tylenol and batteries. I would shoplift them in Jersey and walk over the bridge, sell them, $40. Punk shit. I'd love to tell you I was getting $5,000, but that'd be a lie. $48. But for me, $48, I got a $10 bag of weed, and I ate Cuban food on 78th Street, where George left me a few times because he had to get busy and shit. I would go, and that's it. Now I got $20 to walk the city. I wouldn't even take the A train. I'd walk from 183rd all the way down to 50th Street. I just walk with a Walkman. I was the happiest pig on earth.
Damn.
Then his uncle got me a job going into buildings, but I wasn't robbing people then because his uncle got me the job. All I had to do was drop a pamphlet off at businesses. Hi, thank you for phone systems. He'll give me $400 a week, him and his mom.
Do people like, does the world still put like robbing situations in front of you now?
Always.
Yeah.
I still remember robbing the comic strip.
No wonder they won't give me spots.
I don't even remember.
No, I know.
This is 33 years ago. In those days when you went to the comic strip and you want to get on stage, it wasn't bring 5 people. You had to sell 30 tickets.
Okay.
But they would give you the tickets for $5 a piece and you would sell them for 20. You kept the profit. Or 15, you kept $10. For me, that's an opportunity. Guys could sell the shit out of those tickets. So they will come back on Wednesday. Whoever has the most tickets gets the open mic. They give me like fucking 20 tickets. I sell them for $10 a piece. That's $300. I ain't going back. That's more than your fucking open mic's gonna pay me. You know what I'm saying? I would do that shit. Like not give a fuck. Because there were so many little things on the resume. I knew I was gonna get caught eventually because you could only throw spaghetti against the wall that long. And I had been living that life basically from 81 to the time I got arrested for kidnapping. I could have a job. My life could be going straight. But if I saw a pigeon, he's going down. No matter what's cracking. No matter what is cracking. If I see a pigeon, I don't care if I'm in a monastery, fucking blending holy water. If on the walk to the monastery, I see a nun with 2 G's in the pocket, she would go down. Am I embarrassed about saying this? I really, really am. But that was my state of mind until I got caught. That's why when I got caught for the prison thing, it didn't bother me. I was like, this has been coming for years. I didn't want it to happen in Colorado, but it was good because if I would have got in trouble here, I would have got a smack in the hand, people, and guess what? I would have kept doing what I'm doing. But when I went in there was nobody to talk to. They didn't care about the Hudson County judge. They didn't give a fuck about the senator from Jersey. You had a gun and you kidnapped somebody. You're doing time. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me. That's why I'm sitting here with you motherfuckers, because I got caught. And don't get me wrong, after I got out for kidnapping, I wasn't kidnapping people, but I was still doing drug rips. I was still doing drug rips. If you had drugs for me to rob, I'm robbing you. Because I was still doing drugs. But I wasn't planning on putting guns to people's heads and nothing like that.
You weren't Omar's level.
Huh?
You weren't like at Omar's level.
I was almost scared straight. You know what I'm saying? Like they almost scared me, but I still was fucking. When I got out of prison, I think I was the craziest I ever was. I think that if you look at my life now, you look at my life 10 years ago, and you compare it to when I got out of prison for like 89 to 95 in Boulder was the craziest behavior I ever fucking had.
Because of coke or what was it?
I don't know. I had already 2 felonies, and I had felt like when my mother died. I got 2 felonies. I'm going to get the 3rd. And guess what? I'm going to end up doing 25 years in jail. You know, that's how I was looking at life. And I'm stuck here on probation, or then I got married, then I knocked the chick up, so I was always stuck there. But that was part of it. I already felt like I had, you know, 1 foot in the grave, 1 a banana peel. I'm any day away from robbing something, them charging me with the kid, you know, them saying, you know, this guy didn't see the day of light. He did kidnapping and aggravated robbery. Let's just throw him away. Let's just keep him in there. He's not a member of society. And I really wasn't. I mean, I'm telling you these things straight the fuck up. Like I was a member of society, but it was a weird society. You know what I'm saying? It was an old Hudson County society called Rob.
Yeah, that's a It's crazy how different.
That's why when I didn't rob the Comedy Store that day, I knew I was kind of healed. And it taught me to struggle more. Because I don't need to rob the Comedy Store. This struggle is normal. And I should be feeling this way. And yeah, 5 years ago, I would have taken those 8 cases of Jack Daniels and that 1 bottle of whiskey and taken it to the liquor store right when you make the turn off Canyon Boulevard, headed to the store.
Right.
They buy anything from you. But that day, knowing that sticks out in my mind because that's how I felt. Finally, I didn't give in to something.
Does it feel better to have money like a legitimate way? Or or was it more fun than
Dog? Remember, you spent $100 on groceries, you got 8 bags. But everything else was small. We go to the city and park, it's
at least.
Okay, and I got to walk up steps and stand there while they get your car with 18 other donkeys. So it's not like it used to be that we just got groceries, a mortgage, and a car payment. Insurance. Everything is big now. You get a fucking milkshake, it's $10. You go to Carvel, get 2 milkshakes and a sundae, $28, bro. The party is over. So that's what you're looking at. It's like when you're trying to lose weight. People are like, well, I'm going to do that. Listen, when you eat a cheeseburger, it comes with fries. And it comes with a large fucking soda. You can't get away from it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you can eliminate the secondary calories, which is French fries or ketchup or a fucking 16-ounce Coke with sugar in it instead of maybe drinking a Diet Coke or a water.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing with life now. Everything is high around you. You go fucking get a pair of socks. You go to fucking Kohl's. Everything.
Kohl's is fucking you now?
No. I love Kohl's. They always give me a coupon to make me feel like whatever I spent, they help me fucking. So I love Kohl's. But go get a pair of sneakers. Go get a pair of sneakers. Look at the dingiest sneakers they got. $70.
At least.
So you're getting killed kids? These people have 8 kids? Just softball, the fucking bats. I don't even repeat these things to you. I'm embarrassed what they want for a kid's bat.
That'll last like what, 1 season?
Nah, like 2 seasons, whatever. It's just, guys, we live in a society now that everything. You remember you paid $400 for a plane ticket. That's a lot of money, George. That's a lot of money for a fucking plane ticket. But you get to the airport, your water's $3. You bring a sandwich. Do that now. Your water's $7, $8, and they don't take cash. They want an ATM card. When I go for tacos and whatever, they're still $20, but it's 4 breakfast tacos and a fucking juice. The juice is $7.
I will say that when you
go
find
to Austin, make sure you get that freshly squeezed orange juice. And the fucking grapefruit is off the chain.
Should I? Because I'm flying back from Dallas. I should stop before I leave the airport in Austin and get a taco.
Well, you flying from Austin to?
No, I'm driving from Austin to Dallas.
When you land there,
get a taco.
It's 10 o'clock, right? What time you land?
Yeah, something like that.
They'll be ready to go.
Okay.
You're gonna land in like gate 20. You're flying out of LaGuardia.
JFK, unfortunately.
Oh, you fucking retard.
They don't have nonstop.
Newark does.
I don't want to go to Newark.
12, fucking 10.
I'm doing Nadav's poker thing, so I have to be there early.
But yeah, you go to Austin. What are we talking about?
Just about you said the tacos at the Austin airport.
At the airport? Before, when you get to the hotel, now you're hungry, you gotta leave the hotel.
Always.
Stop at the fucking airport. Right there by gate 25.
Okay.
Is it gate 25?
You know the gate.
Gate 23 around there.
I remember
you walk up and they have the stand with the steak tacos. They got a new taco. They got a taco scrambled eggs with tortilla chips in it.
Mm-hmm.
A little, Jesus Christ.
I will say that, like, when you find a place that still has decent deals, I'm loyal as a motherfucker. I'll go there every day now.
Bro, the taco place we had in L.A. around the corner with the fucking potato tacos, they were like $1. $1, a box. You just give the guy a 20, go, and he would make us the milkshake.
Juices?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
When you go to Austin, that street taco's $2. Take 50. Go. Go. It's not like I'm giving you $50 to come back with a fucking cheeseburger.
Right.
I'm giving you fucking $50 to come back with
A suitcase.
40 tacos. 40 fucking tacos.
Mm-hmm.
For $50 with the little containers, the bean and cheese, I could eat 4 of those.
I love a bean and cheese.
Oh, that's all day long. All day fucking long.
How do they not have edibles in Texas?
They don't have no marijuana. Nothing.
That's crazy.
They just basically got gambling. I don't know if they passed or not. It's weird.
It's the call sheet. It's like you're buying a future. I don't even know how. It's a real.
So, yeah, now that's what kills us as Americans is that we have nowhere to turn. Every time we turn, it's more fucking expensive.
Look at you. You just got your windshield broken this weekend. Even when you're not trying to spend money.
I mean, I'm sure insurance cover.
No, but then your insurance goes up.
A part of it.
They
Welcome.
fuck you.
Again, welcome. I just switched medical insurances. I got to lose 3 doctors.
No.
I got to go to a different PT. Welcome to life. Welcome to fucking life. But I have to use a special inhaler. Did I tell you how much they want for that inhaler?
How much?
Every 4 weeks?
How many fingers are you going to 5?
$565 a fucking month. So I could breathe easier.
And that's with insurance? That's crazy.
So guess what I'm doing Thursday? I'm going to that doctor's office and stealing samples. I already texted him and told him I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that switched it to breeze it.
Okay.
And it's better. They have a breakfast one and then one in the daytime if you get stuck. They want $565 for both of those. So it's $1,100 for me to get 2 of those a month. Guys, I had a friend. I had a friend. His wife's medication every month was $1,800 a month.
Fuck.
And insurance would cover Ugats. But then you go work at Costco, that insurance covers you and your sibling. Because the girl I know at Costco, she's like 65. She retired and went to work at Costco.
Yeah?
Because the insurance is fucking unreal. Her husband has a medication like that, like $2,000 a month, picked it right up. 0.
Good for them.
But you don't know. You don't know what insurance you're getting. This is $3,000 a month for insurance.
And then it covers.
We live in a fucking country where I'm paying $3,000 a month for 3 fucking people. And I'm in a union. So who's the fucking asshole here? And I'm in a legit fucking union.
You thought so, yeah?
I thought so. That protects their old people. I thought so, but no.
Now,
$36,000 a year I pay for insurance alone.
And you would think that would cover something.
I figure with that kind of money, I could walk in and say, fix me. I'm retarded. Fix me. Fix the eye, fix the toe. Just keep me here till we get out. They'll throw you out of the hospital so fast now, dog. You could have a heart transplant. You're ready to go home, bitch. But then again, you don't want to stay there anyway.
Right.
But at least show me that you care for me a little bit. We live in a society that they don't care for you at all. You're flying tomorrow. What's that plane ticket run you?
Does he announce it or something? How does
No, they put it up. He just bet $1 million.
And he always loses, right?
People always say to me, dog, don't you go to baseball games? The Yankees or the Giants or the Boston Red Sox or whatever. You know why I don't like that shit no more? I saw behind the curtain.
In what way?
When you're a kid, you wear your jersey and you go to these places and you're excited. How many times I bring a basketball game to Madison Square Garden as a kid? Or when the Nets started playing in Piscataway and me and Chucky McBreen took a bus up there one night to see Moses Malone. We had balls with us. The 3 of us. You're in the 8th grade, okay? And I think when I started betting at 18, 19, I just saw behind the curtain. You just see behind the curtain. There's no way. I remember one game we were at Hashways. It was perfect. It was a Monday night game. We all liked it. Everybody broke down the thing. They were given 7.5. They all ended up losing by 40. I'll never forget that going, this ain't right. Something's not right here. That's why I feel bad for people when I see them on the A train with giant stuff on. Let it go. Let it go. That's something to watch at home. as after 20, you're going to be a fan with a jersey on and shit. I feel bad for you because it's not even about that. It's not even about that anymore. You know, you never seen a bookie with a part-time job, guys.
But
and Vegas doesn't get bigger every year because you and your friends, we broke even. We broke even. Okay. But Vegas keeps getting bigger. Now they're putting another fucking stadium on the script, but you keep telling me you go out there every time and me and my wife win all the time. No, you don't. Nobody fucking wins. Because even if you win, you still got 3 days left. You might win an $8,000 jackpot and you got 3 days left. By this third day, we're not going to gamble. No, we're going to love. We're going to we're going to paint the deck. You know, we're going to install a new deck. Fuck you. That one of those two is burning. They're saying we made 8, we can make 12. Let's just take 4 down there. That's life. They're always going to get you. In casino, the Japanese guy, they broke his plane and he went back and he looked. Bro, it's designed to always win. Yeah, there's that guy that goes and wins $11 million on the thing one time, and then he goes home and his family milks him to death. Who's not pregnant, who's not, so at the same time, you know, it's all bullshit. Once you see behind the curtain, it's very tough to go back. And that's what happened to me young. I was like, it's not about how good the quarterback is. It's about what Vegas is running that week. You've seen it. We've all bet. And you've all fucking bet 3.5 and they win by 3. Or, you know, there's always something that you go, that was fucking fishy.
What about that guy? There's one of those NBA players who's getting like investigated for gambling now. And he was down by like 9. The line was 7.5 with like 3 seconds left. He zoomed down the court to score so it would stay under the points or under the spread. And he's being charged. And I think everyone's doing it. I think everyone...
Gambling has gone up. I mean, across the board, you know, like I spoke about, the gambling services are the new credit card services when you're in college. When you have media day in college or whatever that is, where you go get your books and shit, and then you walk onto the hallway and Bank of America's there. And fuck, when I was there, it was Discovery and MasterCard. They're all there talking to you about the opportunities of MasterCard and how if you sign up today, we'll give you a $250 credit. And you can't believe it as a kid. You're like, bro, that's dancing shoes, a pair of jeans, a shirt, and a half gram of blow. Sign me up. And they all do that. $250 here. What do the draft things do? What do the draft services do?
Oh, you're lucky if they give you a T-shirt.
No, but I'm talking about like these fucking, all the gambling services.
Yeah.
$5 gets you $300. What's the difference, guys? It's air.
I know, like, obviously you can't. But there's a huge thing now of like people moving to like Thailand, other places. Would you ever do that? Like if you had the ability to, would you leave the country?
At this point in my life, maybe.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, 63, I already gave America the biggest shot of anybody. I've been here. It's not like I'm leaving because, no. I'm leaving because I would go to something different. You want to see something different. Maybe England. Spoke to Ari the other day in England.
He's liking it?
Yeah, he's digging it, you know.
Nice.
Something different, a different view. So at least you have a basic understanding of what's going on here.
Mm-hmm. There's people who are retiring to cruise ships. It costs them less money to live on a cruise ship forever. Food, everything's covered, rather than and they have doctors, rather than live in an apartment. It breaks my heart when I go somewhere and there's like a 70-year-old woman as a server. It's like I can't imagine.
No, well, listen. Always remember one thing. There's people who retire at 65 and they're dead by 67.
That's, yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you something. Just my lifestyle. Fucking brutal. It's brutal. If I wasn't lazy, I'd be up here every day. But I'm lazy. I know nothing's really going to change except me dropping an extra $100 a day by coming up here.
Right.
You know? It's brutal to live down there. I've said this 1,000 times. I love it. I love my neighborhood. It fits its purpose. But who do I hang out with down there?
Yeah.
The other night, a neighbor called me Friday to see if I'm going to go get Chinese food. That's been the first time in 2 or 3 years. Nobody calls me to do nothing. They invite my daughter. But me and my wife, we're 20 years older than everybody else. Plus, I just don't, you know, there's things I want to do and there's things I don't want to do. But that place down there is fucking boring. but it suits who I am now. I'm not 28. I'm not 48. I'm a grown fucking man. How much? Listen, I go do the improv on a Wednesday. I got to stay in fucking Thursday night. All right? And we get out of there at 9 o'clock. That's a long drive. It's a long night. You know, it's not what it used to be. But still, it's fucking quiet down there. So when you get older, the big beef they have is that you get bored. That's why they tell you to buy a fucking dog.
Mm-hmm.
Get a dog, do this, do that. My life, I don't want to walk around with a fucking dog. I'm like, at this point in my life, I can't make a dog my best friend. You know what I'm saying? That would really break my heart. If I only talk to a dog, a 10-year-old, and his mom every fucking day. You know?
But like, even I would rather be bored than like there's like old people living in their cars. There's a lot of people. I see a lot of like homeless old people. They're living like I can't like. I get that you're bored and you want to have something to do in the day. That's fine. But having to go.
I'm not saying me.
I know you.
We're talking about 70-year-old waitress.
Mm-hmm.
So you want her to sit home in men's sweaters and watch daytime television. There's some people who are cut out for that. But there's some people, like I try to put the TV on in the daytime. It doesn't work. I don't hear it. I don't hear it. I don't hear it. I'm hearing you're a sack of shit. Your mother sucks. That's what I'm hearing. As soon as I put the TV on at 1, just even New Jersey 12. I'll put New Jersey 12 on at 1, see what the weather is in a few hours. I can't sit in front of it. I got to wait for the weather in my office. And once I hear the skinny gay guy, I run in there and I watch the weather. But besides that, I can't sit in front of a TV in the daytime.
No.
So there's some people, I know a lot of people over 65, and they're still in the workforce. Some of them fucked up. Some of them had McGregor Saturday night, you know. But some of them are just bored people that go, hey, if I do this 3 nights a week, I make $300 and I get away from my husband.
Yeah.
I get away from my wife for 3 nights, or, you know. And it's just an expression. Nobody wants to get away from their wife or their husband.
Some people do.
But yeah, you're done. You don't want to sit there and watch Jeopardy every fucking night and go, oh, he's talking about the word friend. I don't want to do that, dog. You know, I don't want to go to a bar either. That's the other thing.
Right.
I got a strip club by my house. You got to break my leg to go in there. Every night I drive past, I go, maybe I should go in there for a Heineken. For what? To feel embarrassed? You go in there, they're all 20, you're 60. What are you there to do? You know, you're not there to watch. You're not there to fucking watch the World Cup. You're there to try to scam on a 20-year-old. I'm not in the mood for that right now. So I just go home. Yeah, I'm too old to deal with a 20-year-old. You know, oh, I love Drake. You know, I'm not going through that shit right now. I'm too old for that.
No.
So my options are low. But I tell you what I can do.
What's that?
Comedy.
Fuck yeah. How was the improv? You had fun?
That's a great little club, man. Listen, and that's why I started doing comedy again.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if I'm not doing comedy, I'm thinking about shit to talk about. And at least it takes my mind away for a few hours. Listen, guys, 4 nights a week, I go on my ride, I smoke, I call a couple of you guys, I come home, and I go, I can't sit in front of this television. So I got to go in the computer room, and I'd rather read on peptides than sit there and watch a stupid computer. You know, I don't know what else to do. But my point is, as you get older, your options run out. Now, if I drank, I'd be the master of fucking disaster at my age.
Oh, could you see yourself drinking, like going out?
I tried it. You brought up a very good topic tonight, Lee. And I want you to keep that in mind. I want George to keep that in mind. I want Nick to keep that in mind. And all you young comics that are coming up and you don't know where you're kind of going, whatever, I just want to tell you where you're going, man. I can't imagine what Joe Coy's making. That motherfucker's doing a theater every other day. He does pop-ups for 8,000 people. You know. That's a complete animalistic. I love Joe Coy.
Right.
I'm happy he's doing that. But guys, do you know what the numbers are those guys are making? I can't imagine what Gabriel's making. Especially this year. He sold out the one arena in London, whatever. Anyway, Gabriel, you know, he bought a neighborhood in Texas pretty much and put all his friends in houses so they would be close to him. He kept the warehouse, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. What Gabriel does in merch, most people do not make in a year.
That's crazy.
When you have a warehouse just for merch and 3 full-time guys sending it out, what he makes in merch alone, what some of these guys make in merch alone, is more than what people make. And I'm talking about attorneys. Like he's got to be clearing $500,000 to $1 million on merch to have 3 people. I'm just putting $1 million on it.
And that's like not even live shows, and he has the website.
Live shows, a website, and he don't even have time to do a podcast. He said that's shitty money for me.
And I'm not going to name any names, and no one in particular that I know, but I've seen comics are charging way too much for shirts. Can you imagine?
Okay, let's cover that right now. First of all, they're not charging way too much for shirts. Is that you're paying a lot of money for the shirt to start off with. A fucking shirt in today's world, what do bands do now? Bands don't sell albums, but they got to perform live to make a living, correct? Something like that.
Yeah, they don't make any money on the
Since you make no money in the studio, okay. We do that. Okay? I don't even know what we were talking about.
About the shirt prices.
About the shirt price. I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, we were selling shirts. Sold a ton of shirts. I'm not going to lie to you. After the overseas postages and all this shit you don't know, you make money, but you don't make a lot of money unless, if you pay $40 for a shirt, what do you want me to charge you, Lee? I got to charge you $69.99.
Right.
I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to get involved in that. But if your motive is money, I'll give you an example. Those patches I used to sell, they were $10,000 for fucking $500. You sell them for $1 a piece. It's like selling Black Beauties in high school.
Right.
I used to get $30 for 1,000 Black Beauties in PA and bring them to North Bergen, and I'd sell the wrestlers 100 for $30. So the first 100 I sold, I already got my money back, and I'm stuck with 900 more fucking Black Beauties that either I sell for $30 for 100 or $1 a piece. You know how many of those things I would sell for $1 a fucking piece every day before I even went into my first class in North Bergen?
You just walk in with
You just walk in. People come up to you with $20. Let me get 20 of those. For another 10, you could buy 100. I got the deal of a century. No, we don't want to buy 100. This is perfect. Come back the next day, buy another 20. And they would drink and go to fucking Hudson County Park or whatever. But think about that. I was making a fucking living. Quaaludes. You bought for $2 and you sold for $4.
That's crazy.
100 Quaaludes, you made $200. And if you made 160, it's because you ate fucking 22 of them. Okay? And you banged your bike out in the fucking car and all that shit. But no, all jokes aside here, whether you're a fucking political guy, a fucking framer, and George is an old framer. George's been doing it for a long time, so I can't teach on old dog new tricks the same way you can't teach me a lot of shit, or I'll refuse because the technology would freak me the fuck out. I'm flabbergasted like most white people. Some people like technology. It scares me sometimes, and I'll stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? For no stupid reason. But what are we talking about?
Shirt prices.
Shirt prices. We were talking about fucking like the motivations I got coming up. First motivation I got was Carlos. And then I found out somebody at the Comedy Store was making $28,000 a week per episode. And I would say to myself, all I need is 4 of those. Please, God, give me fucking 4 of those, In the beginning, I know for a fact my boy was racking $60,000 for 5 shows at the Tempe Improv. And that was 450 seats, Tempe Improv. $60,000 for 4 shows.
Hold on. 450 times 4 is what? 1,800?
But there's theaters that are 1,800.
But I'm just talking, selling 1,800 tickets.
He was on the hottest show at the time.
Right.
So you were either paying the money to go see him for being on the show or for being a stand-up, but you paid. I still remember him going, come on, we're doing this because I just picked up $60,000. One time he took us to a fucking commercial shoot. They were giving him $100,000. And he had the money to negotiate me and Ari first class tickets to the hotel. And they gave us like $500 each. I'm like, okay, what do you want us to do? Nothing. Just sit there, talk shit with me all day. You maybe worked 8 minutes.
Wild.
8 minutes. And then you look at that shit. Now, I've done 1,000 movies and TV shows. Trust me, I've never made that per episode.
No.
Far from that. Far from that. But that's the money you can make, guys. So if you're a young comic and you're listening to me, there's a lot of money in it. Everybody's looking for the shortcut. Everybody's looking for the kill Tony. Everybody's looking for this, and I appreciate that. But if you do this correctly, the way it says in the manual, and the manual is how you control it, this is endless. And especially now, where it's not just stand-up. You're opening up 18 doors. You might show your feet, and some shoe company wants to make a size 15, and there you got it. You're the next fucking Shaq. I mean, shit like this is happening every day. So today I put, today I even posted that because I've been thinking about that shit. I'm like, hey, motherfuckers, it's Monday, and there's gold on those streets. There's gold on those streets. There's gold on those streets. It's a little harder to find now. And once you get it, you got to charge more because they're charging. Everybody's fucking charging more.
That's true.
So we're living in a different time, and everything is a fucking, what's that the late call in football? An audible. Everything is an audible, guys. George, you live by audibles. If it wasn't for audibles, then me no George. Some people enjoy audibles. I don't mind a good audible, but I know sometimes I got to change my shit up. And that's it. This is it, guys. People are making that type of money. This fucking knucklehead, the actor, his wife, he's making money from podcasts. His wife goes, thank God. You can stay home and stop shooting movies. You're making way more money on a podcast than what you are doing movies. This is Jason, what's his name? No, Jason, whatever the fuck.
Bateman.
Dak Shepard's got to be making more than he ever made. And he doesn't have to take another TV show down. Because that dude took down more shows than anybody. They put him on everything. And then he went and did steroids and,
He did?
Look at him. He was a skinny little guy the whole time. Remember, I met him through Runners Easy 15 fucking years ago. Now he's all tatted up and he's getting, I guarantee.
Oh, he's making a ton from that podcast.
Tons of fucking money. And guys, these are all of you. I don't know what you could sit there and scratch your ass and keep waiting for the blue bird of happiness, but that motherfucker got shot like 8 years ago, the blue bird of happiness.
What's the dude on ESPN? The old punter, Pat McAfee. He went from making, and he was a good punter, but yeah, you're right. He just signed $100 million, and people thought he was crazy because he was doing it by himself, and then he took less money to go to, and now he's like the star. He's so much more successful as a podcast or as a host now, I guess. That's crazy.
Well, there's 1,000 opportunities.
$100 million.
Out there. So don't turn anything down. Try everything. As a young comic, you should try everything. I mean, you think getting your stupid fucking jokes and putting them on Instagram every day, there's 1,000 people doing that. We got to figure a different fucking outlet. And there's 1,000 people on YouTube too. So, Joey, what do? I don't know. Go on fucking Facebook Deep. I don't know. I don't know what's next. You got to be doing something that nobody else is doing just to get noticed.
That's so hard to find now.
And then something's got to take you over the top. So once I notice you, I'm going to type your name in and I'm going to go, oh, he was on da-da-da, or he did this, or he did that. Let's make a mental note to go see him next time. But we're all chasing the same nickel. Me, you, fucking Josh Wolf, Martin Lawrence, we're all chasing the same nickel. So take that to the bank, motherfuckers. I'll see you cocksuckers Wednesday night at the Improv.